be a legend in the rap game, like Ric Flair was to wrestling. Ain't no question, I'm trying to be a big name. Got them laying on the mat where I left them. Everybody want to be rich and famous. They want a house on the hill, no payments. I've been working hard, hear it in the dialogue. Figure for a leg like to anybody thinking that I'm wasted. Any of my time, better send a sign. Everybody telling me I'm crazy, but I'm borderline. Swear I got them killing shit whenever I decide to rhyme. Walking by my shoes, sight, you ain't feeling mine. Been in the studio all week.
Future Wrestling Podcast right here on Future Entertainment. TriviaMania is back for another round one matchup. We have Drew Ortman taking on Baca. And as I'm saying this, the Patriots go back down this in a kick return for a touchdown. Every time I see something positive about something happening, something negative happens to me. So OJ, I know you're gonna like that one. But welcome, guys. How you guys doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm happy to be here on the Future Entertainment channel alongside my my old buddy Drew Ortman, and of course you, Mr. Myers.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I'm psyched to do the TriviaMania, man. I've been waiting for, it seems like, months.
I know,
to get on here and get on here in trivia. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
The scheduling's been a little off, and me taking a couple weeks off, it just kind of hurt too. But hey, everybody needs that break after a while.
For sure.
I think that mainly for me, it's just trying to schedule with some of the people. Like the one guy, he's literally a day ahead of us. Like he's he's like Rocky's time.
He's in the future.
Yeah,
is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, he's literally in the future.
Whoa, man. That's trippy, man.
The real future entertainment.
Exactly. So trying to schedule that with him, since he's like if it's like 2 o'clock here, it's like 11 o'clock in the at night or something like that for him, something like that.
Wow.
So it's like literally 24 hours ahead of us.
Damn. Wow, that's crazy, man.
So trying to schedule that is a little bit hard, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I can imagine that's a bit difficult. But yeah, and good to be back on the air with you, Drew.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
You too. I'm happy to be here with both of you, and I'm really excited to see what happens.
How's the weather high atop Mountain Drew this time?
Glorious as always.
Fantastic.
And a little chilly.
Still dropping that sexual napalm
every day.
Tremendous.
Isn't it crazy that you guys are coming back on together on a show and you actually have to face each other?
Yeah, that'll make it really good, I think.
Well, I mean, that can make for some of the best matches. Am I right? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And everybody's been telling me I'm a little cutthroat on who I'm putting together against each other in round one. I'm literally putting a podcast co-hosts together, and even brothers. It's a little cutthroat for me.
I was gonna say you booked Travis and Mike.
Yeah, and I did a random drawing to add two people from previous matches to come back into the next round, since we did lose 2 more people, but that's fine.
That's a good idea.
Just
oh, man. Did we ever find them, or are they just lost? They're lost forever.
They said that they weren't gonna come on the show or something, too busy or something. It's understandable. But the random drawing was, if anybody knows, the other Jay that hasn't been around in a while, one of his co-hosts, I just lost it in my head. For some reason, I just lost it in my head on who. But Travis will be joining us again in the tournament, so he gets another chance.
Excellent. Talk about a boss battle.
Right.
I would love to go up against Travis, see how much I really know.
Oh, and Wrestling Redneck is the guy. If anybody knows who that is.
Yeah.
But he's coming back, so that should be good.
Well, right on, man.
All right.
TriviaMania.
All right. Well,
Facts.
Or should I say it in? Should I say it as
and Travis
Vinnie Mac? TriviaMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
God
that.
damn it! I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
I tell ya.
I love that. It sounded just like Vince. All right. Well, the rules are simple. Drew will get the very first 10 questions, and then Jay will get the last 10 questions. The one with the most questions right will move on, but if there's a tie, then we'll have an overtime questions to be answered. Drew, are you ready for your first question?
I think so.
All right. Who entered at number 1 in the 2003 Royal Rumble? Was it
man.
A, RVD, B, Chris Jericho, C, Shawn Michaels, or D, Brock Lesnar?
Oh man. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm going to say Chris Jericho.
It was actually C, Shawn Michaels.
Close, man. I think Jericho was number 2, right?
Yeah, I think Jericho was number 2.
Oh, damn it.
So it was so close.
That is funny.
Alright, question number 2. Oh my goodness, this is a question that even I probably wouldn't even answer if somebody asked me. How many matches ended by submission at No Way Out 2003? Was it
man.
A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 3?
Let's go with B.
B with 1. It is actually D, 3. It was Y2J versus Jeff Hardy, Undertaker versus Big Show, and Lesnar and Benoit versus Team Angle all ended in submissions.
It makes sense.
Wow. I had no idea. I hadn't seen that in so long.
Yeah.
See, it does to me. Even if you get it wrong, you're getting a lot of stuff that a lot of people probably don't know.
Yeah.
No,
We're
yeah.
learning.
I love the truth. We're all learning here. This is like
We're learning.
Yeah.
going
No, this is
back to
great so
school.
far. I'm loving it.
Question number 3. Who was Kurt Angle's opponent at Royal Rumble 2003? Was it A, Hardcore Holly, B, The Big Show, C, Edge, or D, Chris Benoit?
Oh, man.
2000.
2000 what?
2003.
Oh.
These are all 2003 questions, sir.
I'm going to go with D.
Chris Benoit? And that is
Yeah.
correct.
Wow.
So you got
Nice.
one.
It was the only match I could picture in my head. Like, it sounded right.
Wait, who's Chris Benoit? Who's this Chris Benoit guy? you speak of? Never heard of him.
Wrestler number 4.
All right, your next question is pretty crazy. Christian won the vacant IC title in a battle royal at Judgment Day 2003. Who did he last eliminate? Was it A, RVD, B, Kane, C, Chris Jericho, or D, Booker T?
I'm going to say B, Kane.
It was actually D, Booker T.
Booker T.
Can you dig it, sucker? Man.
Alright, your 5th question is... Oh my gosh. Which Raw exclusive pay-per-view in 2003 switched over to a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view in 2004? Was it A, Vengeance, B, Armageddon, C, Insurrection, or D, The Great American Bash?
Go with A.
Vengeance?
Yes.
It was actually B, Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Vengeance was a SmackDown in 2003 and flipped to Raw. Insurrection 2003 was the last one. The Bash didn't come back into existence until 2004.
That's the only one I kind of knew. It was the Bash, but...
Well, you can't get mad at me for these questions. These are all OJ.
No, that's good. That's good.
Logan passing the heat off to OJ.
One question right, which this has been every trivia really. Towards the end, everybody starts getting questions. So,
It's 2003, man.
I know.
I really got to brush up on that.
That's a tough year. Yeah.
This is a little bit easier. Which location was No Way Out 2003 held at? Montreal, Canada, Buffalo, New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Houston, Texas?
A
little bit easier.
Is it?
Is it? A little easier than the other ones.
No Way Out 2003. We'll go with Houston.
Houston, we got a problem. It was Canada.
Was it Canada? I was thinking that too.
Damn. It was Montreal, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because Broski was there.
Ah, damn it!
Man, he even gave you OJ even gave you a question that. Oh man!
I should have known.
All right, your 7th question: who were the final survivors in Team Bischoff at Survivor Series 2003? Was it Randy Orton, Batista, just Randy Orton, Chris Jericho by himself, or Chris Jericho and Christian?
I want to say it was just Randy Orton.
That is correct.
I remember reading that recently. For some reason.
Orton seems like he always was the lone survivor on his teams. I think he'd done it, 2 or 3 times actually in his career.
Sounds right.
Yeah, at least twice. So
yeah.
He
did it
in
2011. I think he also did it.
Damn.
I think the 2003 was when Randy Orton was he beat Shawn Michaels when Shawn Michaels was busted open.
Right. I remember
the Legend
Shawn
Killer.
Michaels tried to have that comeback.
Yeah.
Pinned like 4 people or something. All right, you got 2 questions.
That was a good Survivor Series. I remember that.
It was I'm gonna have to go back and watch it later today. All right, you got 2 questions right. Your 8th question is: what match type did Shane McMahon and Kane have at Unforgiven 2003? A, an unsanctioned match. I can't even say that for some reason. Last man standing, ambulance match, or first blood?
Let's say not first blood. What were the other 3? Ambulance, last man standing, or
unsanctioned.
No, that's probably not that one either. I want to go with the ambulance match.
I know why you put that in there, even though it's wrong.
Yeah.
You would think those 2 guys would be. I think they did have an ambulance match.
They did have an ambulance match, right?
But it wasn't at Unforgiven.
Okay.
But he tried to trick you there, but it was a last man standing.
Okay. I knew it had to be one of those 2. Made sense.
True. Was that Summers? I think it was maybe SummerSlam.
That was an ambulance match.
I think. I'm not certain.
I'll have to go back and look in a little bit. All right.
Good one.
2 questions.
Remember when he shocked Shane's testicles?
Oh my gosh. That's not as bad as Katie Vick's storyline.
That's very true. Very, very. Oh, and then Shane dumped Kane into a dumpster fire, and then Kane came back the next week and he only had bandages around his arm.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Really,
Yeah.
WWE.
Don't even know how to cook somebody getting put on fire.
Yeah, it was a huge dumpster and it was engulfed in flames, and Kane fell right in. Next week he just got bandaged arm. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to.
No, you're not. We're all about having fun a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All right, your 9th question. Who was Brock Lesnar's SummerSlam 2003 opponent? That's an easy one. The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Hardcore Holly, or was it Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit?
Oh. SummerSlam. I'm going to go with the last one, D.
It was actually just Kurt Angle.
Just Kurt Angle. I was thinking that too. Damn.
WWE
that was a good one. Man.
You may only got 2 questions right, but 2003 is a hard one to even do.
That's a tough year. I'm happy with 2003 questions that I was able to get 2 right. So
I'm
happy.
Where are all the Zach Gowen questions, Logan?
I know. All right.
Where are they?
So true. Your 10th question, your last one. Which match opened the WrestleMania 19 pay-per-view? Was it Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy for the Cruiserweight title? Team Angle versus Rhino and Benoit versus Los Guerreros? Or was it Undertaker versus Big Show and A-Train? Or was it D, Chief Morley and Lance Storm versus RVD and Kane?
Oh my God.
Chief Morley.
A.
A is right.
Yeah, okay.
There you
It
go.
just, honestly, that one's the only one that made sense for an opening match at WrestleMania booking standpoint in Vince's mind, I would say.
Undertaker versus Big Show and A-Train was halfway through the pay-per-view.
It makes sense.
Chief Morley and Lance Storm actually defeated RVD and Kane for the tag team titles in the pre-show.
Makes sense.
Naturally. That's where you would put Chief Morley.
Yep.
So it wasn't really the
Wow.
one that opened up WrestleMania. And then Team Angle and Rhino and Benoit and Los Guerreros was actually like the second match on the card.
And that kind of feels like a second match. That's kind of what I felt too. It's kind of more like a second. They've always put like the IC title and shit first.
Even though Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy was not that bad to start off the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty good. I haven't seen that Mania in so long
It's been
either.
a while. All right, you got 3
Been a while.
questions.
All right. I'm happy with that.
All right, so I gotta get 4 to move on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember how numbers work.
Okay.
All right, I'm stretching, getting loose.
He's getting ready.
Yeah.
Who was Brock Lesnar's opponent at Backlash 2003? Was it A, Rey Mysterio, B, Kurt Angle and Big Show, C, John Cena, or D, Chris Benoit?
That would be John Cena.
That is correct.
Nice. Yeah, I think that was for the title. Cena's first ever WWE title shot.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
And that was, I think, one. I might have to go back and watch that match because I can't remember it. I can't. All right, your second question. Who won the vacant U.S. title match at Vengeance 2003? Was it A, Eddie Guerrero, B, Chris Benoit, C, Big Show, or D, John Cena?
Vengeance 2003. I'm going to say Eddie Guerrero.
That is correct.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, what
2 for 2, Drew. 2 for 2.
This could tie up the ball game here on this one. What location was Judgment Day 2003 held at? Was it Minneapolis, Minnesota, San Jose, California, Denver, Colorado, or Charlotte, North Carolina?
I don't have a bloody clue. So
That's even a hard guess.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It was actually Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, that's fine. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing to choose. I would choose Minneapolis.
Okay. Oh my God! I can't
All right,
believe
I'm shaking that one off.
I can't believe the answers for the next question. Like, you were talking about Zach Gowen earlier. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is gonna be crazy. Which team
All
walked
right.
out of Bad Blood 2003 as the Raw Tag Team Champions? Was it A, Law of Resistance, Christopher Nowinski and Rodney Mack, the Dudley Boys, or Kane and RVD?
Bad Blood 2003.
I can't believe you mentioned Chris Nowinski.
Or Rodney Mack, by God. Remember the White Boy Challenge?
Was that 2003?
That was a thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Dudley Boys.
It was actually Law of Resistance when they defeated Kane and RVD.
Really?
God damn. I was, you know what, and I had narrowed it down to La Resistance or the Dudley Boys, and I picked the wrong one. So
I think you always gotta go with the Dudley Boys, though, just for how many. If you aren't sure for how many titles they've won.
They won They won the tag titles 47 times.
Yeah, right. It's always a good pick. Even if you're wrong, you're right.
All right, so I got 2 right and 2 wrong. So need to get back on track.
All right, your 5th question. Actually, before we even do this, I want to say OJ's in the chat, and so is Hibiki Pro.
Right on.
I said Hibiki
Hello,
Pro.
OJ.
Travis is in it. And
hello, Travis.
Travis says, let's go, Drew. Hashtag never drew a dime.
Oh, wow. All right. Jeez. Okay.
They're picking sides.
Whatever. You know.
OJ says, bruh, sorry I couldn't make the show. I'm still waiting around on my priorities. Much love, Logan. Travis says, hey, OJ. Hashtag Shelton Mac. Oh, my goodness. Did you just mix Shelton Benjamin and Rodney Mack together?
I'm triggered.
I think that's a drink you can get at McDonald's.
Well, if you're gonna mix Shelton and Rodney Mack together, then you can't do the White Boy Challenge.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be racist either. That's just
sipping on that haterade, playa.
Travis, I thought you were supposed to be Jay Baca and Travis
there it is.
says, hey, I love Jay Baca too.
I guess we're not cool. You know, whatever. I mean, I love the Hibiki TMB YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe.
Picking my favorite children.
Travis, your favorite children is your dog. Come on now.
Well, you gotta love dogs.
He probably his favorite children is probably his wiener dog.
Heyo.
Jay Baca, actually, literally he has a wiener dog. But Jay Baca, your 5th question.
Yes, sir.
Who was Goldberg's opponent at Bad Blood 2003? Was it A, Chris Jericho, B, Shawn Michaels, C, Christian, or D, Randy Orton?
It was... This is Bad Blood 2003, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Jericho... I'm sorry, the options one more time?
Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Christian, or Randy Orton?
I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho.
That is correct.
Nice.
Shawn Michaels, I don't
tough.
think ever faced Goldberg in a one-on-one match.
Well, darn it. I'm sorry we missed out on that.
No. All right, you guys got it tied up now on the ball game.
Well, now that HBK is back, you know, and Goldberg was in the ring not too long ago, maybe we can, book that, brother.
Oh my goodness.
WrestleMania next year.
Crown Jewel 2.
Live from Saudi Arabia.
Jay, your next question is, what was the main event of Survivor Series 2003? Was it Team Bischoff versus Team Austin, Vince McMahon versus Undertaker in a Buried Alive match, Goldberg versus Triple H, or Team Lesnar versus Team Angle?
Bischoff and Austin.
That is incorrect. It was actually Goldberg and Triple H.
Damn it.
For the world title. I have a question though. Wasn't John Cena on Team Lesnar when they faced Team Angle?
I think so.
I couldn't. I think Rodney Mack was too.
Oh.
Or no, Matt Morgan, wasn't it? Matt Morgan.
Shelton Mack.
Wow. Good for him.
You know, and they viewed Matt Morgan as a potential star, and then he was released like a couple months later. I remember reading something about that.
Yeah. He had a hell of a run in TNA, though.
Yeah, he was, I think, underrated in TNA for his size, and he isn't bad on the mic, I don't think, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, smart guy, too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
A lot of wrestlers are smart, like, and they're like they know the politics and stuff like that. Like, Mick Foley is one of the smartest guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, so we're tied at 3, huh?
Yes. And after you said something about where's the Zach Gowen questions, he's in one of the answers on this one. So who was Vince McMahon's opponent at No Mercy 2003? Was it A, Stephanie McMahon, B, Eric Bischoff, C, Zach Gowen, or D, The Undertaker?
Drew, it's been fun. A, Stephanie McMahon.
Nice.
All right, well, you get to keep answering to see if you can see how many questions you get right. And then we also do the bonus questions no matter what. Who was eliminated first in the Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam 2003? Was it Randy Orton, RVD, Kevin Nash, or Chris Jericho?
Who's eliminated first?
Yes.
RVD.
It was actually Kevin Nash.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
He got the night off. He had to go ice his knees.
Nice.
He had to go ice his quad.
Yeah, those two.
Okay. Your ninth question is, which show did Goldberg first win the world title in the WWE? Was it A, Monday Night Raw, August 25th, 2003, SummerSlam 2003, Unforgiven 2003, or Survivor Series 2003?
I believe it was Unforgiven.
That is correct.
All right.
Nice.
Bonus points.
Bonus point.
Alright, so you got 5 questions right. Your last question is, who teamed in a 6-man tag team match with Triple H and Ric Flair at Backlash 2003? Was it A, Chris Jericho, B, Kevin Nash, C, Randy Orton, or D, Batista?
I'll go with Batista.
He did trick you, though. It was actually Chris Jericho.
Ah.
It was Triple H, Ric Flair, and Y2J versus HBK, Booker T, and Kevin Nash.
Wow, I don't remember that.
This was Backlash 03?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I got, like I said, I know a little bit, but I really got to brush up on this year.
And it's some crazy questions. Okay.
Like
OJ, I'm going to give you the very first bonus question. Which match did happen at Backlash 2003? Was it A, Rikishi versus Sean O'Haire, B, Team Angle versus Benoit and Rhino, C, Scott Steiner versus Lance Storm and Chief Morley, or D, Jazz versus Victoria?
It's what match did happen?
Yes, and it is. You both get a chance to answer the question since it's bonus.
Oh.
Drew, do you have any idea?
I have no idea. I'll be guessing.
Yeah, same here. Well, I mean, I guess I should say Sean O'Haire, R.I.P.
And I would say... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go with Rikishi, Sean O'Hare. Why not?
Drew?
And I'm going with the what was the Scott Steiner handicap match.
Oh my goodness. It was actually Jay's answer was right, Rikishi and Sean O'Hare.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Total shot in the dark there.
Okay. Your guys' next bonus question is, where was WrestleMania 2003 held at? Was it A, New York City, New York, B, Seattle, Washington, C, Los Angeles, California, or D, Detroit, Michigan? And yes, I did say Washington, like OJ messes with me on. I'm from West Virginia.
Oh, okay. Washington.
It's Washington.
But tomato.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm pretty confident I know.
Yeah, me too. This was 19, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right. So should we say it at the same time, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
1,
Seattle.
2, 3, Seattle.
Yep. Got
That's
it right.
See at the baseball stadium, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
That
was at the baseball stadium, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2 more questions for the bonus round. Your next question, guys, is who on this list did not hold the WWE title at some point in 2003? Was it A, Kurt Angle, B, Brock Lesnar, C, Eddie Guerrero, or D, John Cena?
Well, neither Eddie nor Cena held the title in 2003.
I meant not John Cena, JBL. My bad. I don't know why I said John Cena.
Well, neither Eddie nor JBL held the WWE title in 2003.
All right, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, and Eddie Guerrero. You guys got the answer right, Eddie Guerrero. I was just trying to add somebody, and it just did not work.
That was good.
Okay. Stephanie McMahon faced Vince McMahon in an I Quit match in 2003. Which pay-per-view did this happen at? Was it A, Unforgiven, B, No Mercy, C, Bad Blood, or D, Insurrection?
Well, No Mercy, right?
Drew?
I agree.
And that is correct. All right, well, Jay.
The first and only father versus daughter match in WWE history, ladies and gentlemen.
So true.
Take a moment.
Just take a moment to take that in. All right, well, Baca, you will be moving on to take on Jenna in the next round.
That's gonna be a good match.
Who am I eliminating next?
Jenna. You'll be facing Jenna.
Oh, okay, right on.
And it will be the year 2006.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm all about it. Definitely all about that.
All right, let me read the matchups. If you guys don't know all the matchups, it's going to be happening in round 2 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jim will take on Colin in the Battle of 2007. Matt Tennant will take on Hammer's Production in a 2002 question. Chris Schultz, you guys don't know him, will take on either Jay or Roberto. Jay is the one that's a day ahead in a 2008 battle.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the, like I said, 2 guys that are going to be coming back into the tournament is Wrestling Redneck taking on Travis in 2004. And then Michael will take on JD in a 2000. I haven't made a decision on that year. I had 2002, but I already had Matt versus him versus Hammers in 2002. So we'll have to figure.
What about how about 2001? I'd love to hear Mike answer invasion questions. I think that'd be pretty entertaining.
I'll add that to the list. I'll see maybe we'll do a vote on something, because some of these years I might have to repeat questions. But other than that, you guys, thanks for coming on. Jay, you're moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was an honor to eliminate you. I feel like we like should bow to each other. Like, I don't know what the procedure would be.
Invisible handshake.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys
Absolutely.
should just do the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan handshake.
I will be supporting Jay Baca through the rest of the tournament.
That's some
I'll put my
professional.
support.
That is professional right there. Very
Well, I appreciate your endorsement, Drew. It was a lot of fun being back on the air with you, man. I wish you all the best.
You too, man. We'll do some more.
Yeah, we totally should. We should maybe get in touch with that Broski kid and see what he's up to.
Rockin'
I know
old
he does
school.
the Twitch gimmick, but I don't know how to work that thing. So,
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, Jay Baca will be coming on the very first, the new show that we're doing, the Resurrection of the Great Debate, which is kind of like...
yeah.
Everybody's been telling me you're copying the Kumite. This is not the Kumite, but the Great Debate is sort of something like that, but it's in a different way. But it's all the one that he will be on will be Vince Russo taking on Jim Cornette, and the who you guys are gonna have to debate on who's better. So I actually, what I heard, Jay,
there's really no debate on that, bro.
Jay, I can tell you who you're gonna be debating against. And it is,
nice. I'm stepping up late.
It is either Eric or Optic from the Morning Decay.
Broski?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Or Optic Decay, huh?
Yep, Optic Decay said he will come on. So that
Wow.
should be
All right. I'll be happy to slay either one of them, bro.
he said, bro. But other than that,
I've dropped like 7 bros.
Well, give a little bit of a teaser. Can you tell me one reason why Vince Russo is better than Jim Cornette? Just a little.
Yeah, I can make it short and sweet. Vince Russo is just simply a superior creative person. The way he looks at wrestling is what, in my opinion, what made the Attitude Era so successful. His writing style, the emphasis on entertainment, not so much the in-ring product. I mean that's really the short and sweet of it. Whereas Jim Cornette is kind of stuck in the territories, if you ask me.
He's stuck in that one in those years.
Correct.
Years.
And those years were great. Don't get me wrong. I loved my like Mid-South and Mid-Atlantic, But that's just not. It just. By the time the late '90s came around, man, it was done. That philosophy. So yeah, that'd be why.
It would be. I'll do a little bit of a teaser. The only reason I think Jim Cornette is correct on like this generation's wrestling is I cannot stand Joey Ryan and his dick spots. I cannot stand. That's not pro wrestling. Like that's. I don't think anybody can debate on how bad that is unless you're Colin. But
that's actually something. That's actually something I agree with Jim Cornette on. Is the dick spots and the
wrestlers
making
blow up dolls and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like I'm not a big fan of the Young Bucks, and neither is he. So we agree there, But
Young Bucks are not terrible, but you can question some of the stuff that they have done. I like
It's the style. It's really just, it boils
yeah,
down to the
it's
style.
Style.
It really does.
Yeah. Drew, question for you: if you had to pick one of them, who would you pick? Jim Cornette or Vince Russo?
I think it's really hard. I think just from what I grew up on and just who my favorite is overall, I'd have to go with Cornette every time. But I get the point though, where they're so different. Where Russo did bring a lot of entertainment aspect to the business, and then Cornette is kind of that old school, keeper of the history kind of guy. So I have respect for both of them for what they did, but I'll always go Cornette just because I like him.
I think another reason why Jim Cornette's right is like, I don't know if you guys remember watching the match when, who was it? It was, crap. It's not the Young Bucks, it's not Cody, it's, who's the other guy that's been teasing to come to WWE? I don't know why my mind's just not here.
Kenny Omega?
Yeah, Kenny Omega, okay. He wrestled a little girl that was like 8 years old in a match.
Right.
I just don't understand. And then why would and then like people that should never be in a wrestling ring because she's criticized pro wrestling, Maya Khalifa. I mean, she's been
the porn star?
Yeah, the porn star. She thinks porn is more athletic and more physical than wrestling. Well, obviously, because she's been pwned many times. So, literally.
This is the first time I'm hearing this. That's fucking outrageous.
Yeah, she was in an interview with man, I cannot think of people's names today. What's the redheaded chick that was in WWE? Oh my gosh.
There's been a lot of redheaded chicks.
The one that got released, that was training with Brian Kendrick.
Oh, Eva Marie.
Yeah. Eva Marie. She was in an interview with Eva Marie and a couple other people, and Eva Marie literally slammed her on pro wrestling and her saying that porn is more physical than wrestling.
I don't know about that. Bro. I mean,
yeah.
Porn is certainly physical, but I don't know about. They're not taking bumps in porn, unless you count cocaine. But
unless you
but they're not taking bumps.
Unless you count getting twisted in a pretzel or something.
Sure, yeah, but that's a ridiculous, outrageous statement.
Yeah, it definitely
I don't know
is.
what.
I don't
know.
I earned a lot of respect for Eva Marie when she slammed Maya Khalifa for those comments and what she said about pro wrestling. I mean, even though Eva Marie was terrible at pro wrestling and what she's done, I mean, she's got good points on what she says about wrestling. She says that you see, and the funny thing is, Maya Khalifa also mentioned comments saying something about wrestling's fake. And Eva Marie was like, well, your porn videos are also fake. The only thing real is you actually getting pwned.
Right.
I mean, if you have a storyline in porn or something like that, then yeah, it's fake. It's written.
A storyline. Listen to you. A storyline in porn.
Well, you never know.
Drew, this guy.
I'm saying if they're trying to tell a story or something, it's definitely fake. But wrestling is definitely superior than what Maya Khalifa does. But she got in the ring and took a bump or something with Joey Ryan, and it's just ew. Like, I don't understand.
Well, that's hard to understand for sure.
I don't understand. But other than that, guys, I do want to thank you. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
This is a lot of fun, man.
No worries, man. Yeah, this was an absolute blast.
But,
shall we do plugs?
Go ahead, plug yourself.
Before we head out?
Yes, go ahead.
Drew, by all means, go right ahead.
So on Twitter, at Drew Ortman, at kayfabe today, at PW Journal, ProWrestlingJournal.com. That's it.
Go ahead,
Did
Jay.
you say dot? Did you say .com? You got .com on the
.com?
line?
Oh.
Well, with all this talk we've been having, it's
Oh goodness, we need help. Anyway, yes, at tweets of Jay Baca on the Twitter machine. That's at tweets of JAYBACA. WLWstudios.com for if you love podcast about wrestling, pop culture, horror, music. SoundCloud.com/Sean Neutron, SeanNeutron. That's where you'll find the Squared Circle Sound Off with Sean O'Brien. It's a wrestling podcast. He has interviews with the likes of, he's had Donovan Dijak on the show. He's had Pete Gass from the Mean Street Posse. He's had Homicide, PCO, Veda Scott, Barbie Hayden, and many, many more. And you'll also find me on there in a segment called the Lucha Lounge, where I review Lucha Underground every week. And Ultima Lucha is coming up pretty soon, so I'm excited about that. And you can follow Sean O'Brien at Sean Neutron, as well as CANNEUTRON. And at Dan's Final Say for Handsome Dan Lopez, at Midnight Jury, and I believe that is it. Hold on, one last thing. Patreon.com/Midnight Jury. Go over there, give that a look-see, and feel free to donate. And that is all.
All right, thank you guys for coming on. And if you guys